Travis Wayne Goodsell. So yeah, I told you I was busy today. I saw an ABC4 News Utah YouTube segment, clip, and I had to say something now rather than tomorrow morning when I would normally do it. It was from an hour ago, but first I'll catch you up on some of the other news. I'm not going to be too long here. I'm ready to go to bed, I guess, assuming I can get to bed. If you hadn't heard, Judge First washed her hands and ran away. She refused to give an order to finish her job as judge. I guess she's too afraid of the church and what they're going to do to her if she did what was obvious and grant me the win against the church. So yeah, there's that saying that I'm not going to quote properly, but all it takes for evil to win is for good men to do nothing. And that's what we're witnessing. We're seeing a coronavirus perpetuated and pushed, literally pushed, onto the American people by evil. And they're even trying to have us murdered on top of it. You know, drinking bleach. Who's dumb enough to drink bleach? But, yeah, people, the states are like, oh, we can't do anything. Trump has our hands tied. Oh, we have to buy from these other places. Nobody wants to stand up and fight for life. And that's the sad part. Everybody's just hoping they don't die as everybody dies around them, as it just escalates, and it's never going to stop because evil won't let it stop. They're purposely preventing it from stopping. That's why they're sending us back to work. That's why they're having us drink bleach. This is an extermination. How many more is it going to take to die before you guys say, oh, you know, I guess Travis was right, but we're not going to admit it to him? But I see here in the news, first patient in Utah to be treated with plasma after contracting coronavirus and is sent home. And you may think, oh, wait, that's a vaccine. Oh my God, it's in Utah. It's first in Utah. She was just tested. And she may have survived without it. That's the whole point of tests, is to see how it reacts. And so we're still years away, guys. We need a vaccine. No treatments, no drugs, a vaccine. Nobody gets that. And so we see Salt Lake City mayor, instead of issuing her own order for Salt Lake City, she says, oh, there's nothing I can do. Governor Herbert, he's the one responsible. The Salt Lake County mayor is also responsible. Why have the position if you're powerless? What's the whole point of being Salt Lake City's mayor if you're powerless. But, oh, she's heartbroken. Oh, I guess she's done all she can. She's heartbroken. People in power, they just pass the buck, blame others, when they themselves are responsible. That's why they're in the job. And so governors, when they first recognized that Trump was betraying them, abandoning them, rejecting them, stealing from them, they should have instantly said what Robert De Niro said in that one award ceremony way back in 2017. I won't repeat it here, though I love it. I would love to say it. But he knew. Those who knew Trump knew. We were all warning you guys from the beginning, Trump's going to get worse. He's going to get worse. No, he's going to still get worse. And he kept getting worse and worse and worse. And now he's murdering us. Telling us to drink bleach. You know, he said, I can shoot somebody on 5th Avenue and get away with it. Well, he's almost right. It's just the whole of America, not just 5th Avenue. So, the Mormon Goddess and murderer, I saw the other day, she even murdered her sister. My God, who is this woman? Oh, right, Mormon. And that's the point of this video, is what I saw, and I'm reporting tonight rather than tomorrow. Walmart responds after customer raises concern with employee wearing face mask with Confederate flag. Oh my God! And you may think, well, oh yeah, that's horrible, a Confederate flag in Utah, oh wow. No, that's not what I'm oh my Godding about. Utah is well known for being Confederate. Have you not heard of Dixie College? Oh my God. Mormons are Confederates. And why are they Confederates? Because the Confederates were infiltrated by the Scottish Rites Masons. And the Scottish Rites Masons were previously infiltrated by the Illuminati. It's a chain. And I've been telling you this. This is how they've operated this whole time. Illuminati. They got exposed. They were hunted, so they had to go underground. They infiltrated the Scottish Rites Freemasons, among others. And then they rise up into power, and then they cause problems, and then Joseph Smith Sr. stepped in and saved America from the Scottish Rites that had been infiltrated by the Illuminati. 1826. But they knew who had done it, and they infiltrated Joseph's church, rose up into positions of authority, took over positions of authority in 1838. That's why I call it the leadership crisis. And then they murdered Joseph Smith Jr. along with Hiram, and then built the Nauvoo Temple with the symbol of Lucifer on it, the inverted pentagram. Oh, but the Mormons say, oh no, it's just a Freemason symbol, it refers to light and illumination. Yeah! Yeah! But when Smith Sr. exposed them and caused the anti-Mason movement, Again, the Scottish Rites went underground, and yes, they still had Scottish Rites, but they had to go other places as well. And so they went to the south and started the Confederate movement, which then caused the Civil War. Again, they were trying to take over America and put a king on the throne. The South had their own president. He's not listed in our president listing because they lost. But Utah has the land of Dixie, further in the south of Utah. And my mom's sister, Dixie. Why? Because we're Mormon. White supremacist, Nazi, Mormon. But yeah, and it's kind of an interesting thing because it comes from my mom's dad's side of the family, who were plantation owners in the South and into the Caribbean. But my direct ancestor raped his 14-year-old slave girl. That's where my blackness comes from. It's more than Elizabeth Warren's Indian blood. But yeah, they still had to give off the appearance, despite the shame, as they called it. And so when I'm talking to my mom and she's saying racist stuff, I'm going, Mom, that's racist. Well, my parents are worse than that. Yeah, but you're racist. It's just unbelievable. And for a Mormon who goes to Walmart and sees the Confederate flag, which Mormons are Confederates, Mormons are Nazis, because after the war, the Confederates had to go underground again so that they can again infiltrate America. And so then they joined the KKK. That's how the KKK got started. Then the KKK got exposed. So again, people went underground, and we still have KKK, we still have Confederates, we still have Scottish Rites, we still have Illuminati. But others go into other groups to infiltrate, to spread themselves out, so that they can hide again, like cockroaches. And then after the KKK, Nazis. Then after the Nazis, they changed the Democrat Party into the Republican Party and became Republicans of the GOP. That's why Utah is Confederate, Scottish Rites, Illuminati, Nazi, Mormonism and the swastika, and GOP. And so when this other Mormon who's trying to befriend me on my channel, but he's purposely trying to sneak in links to his videos when he's got his own channel, and his videos are trying to claim, oh, the Mormons are Democrat. My God. So yeah, I refused. I tried to teach him, and he just refused. The concept that a fruit is after the likeness of the seed. And what that means is that a fruit has this DNA structure of the seed. The seed is the pattern with the DNA, and it produces according to the pattern of the DNA. And so if it's an apple seed, it will produce an apple. It will never produce an orange. It is not in its DNA. You can't change the DNA. It would be cool if science could do that, but if they did do that, it would no longer be an apple, would it? It would now be an orange. Now that's different than transsexuals. That's the outward appearance that gets changed. They don't have seed or egg when they make the transformation. Science can't produce that or have it reproducible within the body. It's only the outward shell. You cannot change the DNA. You can replace it and fix broken DNA or damaged DNA. I found that out. They've realized that if they take out a damaged portion of the DNA strand, it grows back with the corrected DNA. But it's still of the pattern. It doesn't change into a mutant pig or something. But I thought that was fascinating. And so I've been trying to tell you guys this whole time. And yet Mormons are now just being shocked that this is the Church of Satan, the Church of Lucifer, the great and abominable church that the Smiths were warning about. See, the guy's not going to change his Confederate ways. He's just going to have to stop wearing a Confederate headband. And nobody will be able to know, oh, he's not wearing a Confederate flag, he must be good now. You know, the guy who's wearing it, it's in his whole being. He is Confederate. He is Scottish Rite. He is Illuminati. He is Nazi. He is white supremacist. He is GOP. And that's why it's so tough to break the Mormon wall of those who still remain. The over 10 million of us who have said, oh, screw this, I'm out. But we know that we can't just leave because we get abused and attacked and assaulted by these kinds of people. Which is what I've been telling you about that's been happening to me. It's what the church has done. That's why I'm expecting to be assassinated, having filed the lawsuit, and Judge First just says, I'm out. She left me. She abandoned me. She put my life in danger. And you may say, well, yeah, but you're not dead yet. Nobody's, storming your place. They lie in wait. That's what they do. That's what they've done since the Illuminati. That's their modus operandi. And they've trained each generation after that same manner, to lie in wait. That's why these guys are hunters. They own guns, they go hunting. We just had one of the hunting seasons not too long ago. I can't remember which one it was. But I saw a news thing on it the other day. But, yeah. These guys are trained hunters to wait it out, to rate out their prey, to even set a date in the future as to when they will strike, and then set everything in motion like a chess game. That's lying in wait. Waiting for your prey to think that everything is fine, and then that's free to roam wild. And then, pow, they got you. That's how they behave. That's how they did it back in 2008. I filed my lawsuit, and they waited. They even set traps at the court or the Capitol building. They brought in the Declaration of Independence to trap me. They had a front page, full spread about it. I knew exactly what they were doing, but I filed a lawsuit. but they were planning to turn it on me as the bad guy instead. That's the evil that they have in their hearts, in their minds. It's in their DNA. The hate gene. We need to go in and cut it out so that it'll grow back good. And obviously that can't happen because hate is taught. And so they have to be re-educated. But psychiatry ain't doing that kind of re-education. They're doing a different kind that helps these guys instead. And so, yeah, Mormons, that's why. And so I'm not surprised by this, but I'm surprised that a Mormon was surprised by this. So, you know, I'll still check. Maybe they gave her one extra day for the pay period, but she's a judge. I don't think she clocks in. I think, you know, the end of the month is that's it. But I'll still check in the morning. But, my God. And so, yeah, when I was attacked, March 13th, this year, because the church lawyers had no case, as I went over in video. They can't argue my counts, because they're all correct. They're all factually correct. Because it comes from them. And so, but yeah, I'll check tomorrow morning, and if there is anything, I'll tell you, but I'm not counting on it. She ran to save her own life. She'll have to leave Utah. I don't see her sticking around and starting her own business here in Utah. She's been shamed. So maybe she'll go back to North Carolina. I wouldn't recommend it because we're going to have a bad hurricane season this year. So North Carolina is going to be among those states that are going to be hit hard by that. But where else do you go? You got fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, flooding. Nowhere is safe in America. Oh well. It's just the reporter, the one who just had a baby. she's got that concerned reporting face. But just sickening. And I mentioned Dago. She was refused a reduction in her bond. Nobody wants to pay it anyway. Nobody. I mean, she's been shunned. She betrayed Mormonism. But again, why is everyone shocked? She's a murderer. Just like Confederates are murderers. Just like the Nazis are murderers, just like the Scottish Rites are murderers, just like the Illuminati are murderers, just like the GOP are murderers, wanting us to drink bleach. And withholding the medical equipment and testing and covering it up, as Herbert's doing. I've been talking about that. Nobody is reporting the homeless shelter with 94 cases. They had to close it down and remove them elsewhere. Where are they moving them to? They built the shelter so they'd have a place, because there was no place. So where did they move them? But nobody wants to report about it, so they're just gone. The homeless are gone. They probably put them in jail. because Attorney General Sim Gill said that the Salt Lake County jail was empty, and he was horrified that the ACLU would want them released. So yeah, I bet they put him in the jail, and that's why the ACLU was complaining. Hey, those guys who did non-violent offenses, they're now exposed to coronavirus because you put the homeless people in there. I bet you that's what happened. I'd be willing to bet, but nobody's going to talk about it because the Church of Lucifer does just that. So, alrighty, have fun.